Whyte. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Moses Itauma.
It looks like the end has come for Itauma. Dillian Whyte is not a man to underestimate. Even when the bookmakers and fans wrote him off as the underdog, he found a way to win.
Stop the bleeding with any kind of adrenaline.
We'll try and chuck one more, but he can't. And a left hook, Dillian Whyte.
And even after one-sided defeats, he's come back into the ring to change everything with a single punch.
So that'll give him a bit of energy.
Yeah. Oh, and that's good night. It is all over.
He carries the kind of power that can turn the fight around in an instant.
Plenty of crump inside the ring.
This is Dillian Whyte, and today we're looking back at his most devastating punches.
So clean, and then that follow-up left hand. And he's got him again, this time with the left hook.
Dillian Whyte versus Lucas Browne.
You both know the rules. Watch the heads, keep them punches up. And when I shout break, you break.
2018. This was a pure statement fight. Whyte faced the undefeated Australian giant, Lucas Browne, and completely dismantled him over 6 rounds.
Away as a professional feat, of course, for Dillian Whyte. That.
All your own way, human nature sometimes lets you sit back.
From the start, Whyte controlled the distance with his jab and punished Browne with sharp combinations.
And to look good against Irineu when you've got somebody
who almost runs European boxing. Yeah. Slow at times.
He does look slow. He has any success. It's hard for him to manoeuvre himself around the ring. But Dillian just boxing nicely behind that jab, and he's having some success.
I heard reports from sparring with Dillian Whyte. It's almost slow motion from found away. Whyte, almost expressionless. Lucas Browne as he tried.
Very easy to hit there. Lucas Browne, Dillian
at the world heavyweight title. Because the prize at stake.
Power. But this is a good work for Box. And take this fight late. Who knows?
Punished every time. Situations back home in Australia, but he worked as a doorman for many years and was in all sorts of total control. It's been the perfect start.
There's more to him.
Big right hand there.
I'm hoping for the fans' sake and for his experience and well too schooled for that. So he's shocked because if that's what he thinks, Dillian Whyte's far too. He can just land some kind of loop. I mean, that right hand was a thunderous right hand that landed the floor.
Bounces off the chin of Lucas Browne. Let's have it. Big left hook from box. And that was what
sure. Whether these
to the left side of Lucas Browne's face. They're going to have...
But you just simply cannot keep taking these shots flush. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that there. Lucas Browne, but he's walking.
Dillian Whyte with those white boots. And the Philip Fondu's so experienced, working on that good right hand from Whyte.
As soon as the blood starts flowing, it will blind him in that leg. I think his time's limited.
And he's showing the variety with body shots and that concentration, but he looks relaxed.
So he's mixing it up. He's not really in any rush. He doesn't need
50-50 fight. Whyte, he's being outthought, outclassed. World heavyweight champion, Lucas Browne.
Attack. And Whyte using that jab very effectively.
Lucas Browne.
In the 6th round, he landed a perfectly timed straight left hook that sent Browne crashing to the canvas.
Australia, beyond that's beamed to America.
Your opponent out, bust him up like he is doing here. Breathing's going to be impaired, and that's the job. What game plan he's trying to implement here, Lucas Browne, because he's
big shot, and at this moment, it's good defense that you spoke about through the analysis, mixing it up again. Dillian Whyte, there's
throw them body shots, but just shows discipline, shows his...
And of course the positive drugs tests and...
One more round. Fondu won't be able to stop the bleeding with any kind of adrenaline.
We'll try and chuck one more, but he can't!
Out cold. It was one of the cleanest knockouts of Whyte's career.
And it's a dramatic finish after a punch-perfect display. And our attention just goes... Whyte!
Dillian Whyte versus Chisora, 2018.
Now they meet all over again in a compelling rematch of their classic in 2016.
The rematch with Chisora was a brutal war, just like their first encounter.
Listen to the crowd who are behind him.
Who's going to put it into practice tonight?
Looking for the moments in Monaco, but then that dramatic victory over Carlos Takam. He sat back on the ropes, that forward, but is he playing forward into...
Both men traded heavy shots, but Whyte's composure and timing made the difference.
Silver coming forward with his head down, and Whyte not able to really go to his word.
Seek and destroy, said Chisora. Even then, when
To sit back and have a bit of a breather.
is he caught a bit in Whyte?
Dillian Whyte's being clever. This is a tactical fight. You know, it's very even. There's still a few rounds.
Should he surprise the bookies?
Ooh, that was
Right
a
there.
sweet body.
Or is that just purely tactics?
Well, this is a good question.
Good body shot. Sorry.
Well, Chisora fake. Yeah, Dillian Whyte being backed up.
Marcus McDonnell, he has it with the likes of Vitaly Klitschko.
We get the feeling that Whyte can...
Stylistically gelling again so beautifully.
Really nice. I mean, the body shots...
And as we said, it's the fight of two halves. So it's interesting, as the fight warming up, how it's going to switch ends. But this is what we love between these two, a great battle right the way through.
Whyte just missing.
Whyte.
They are both throwing haymakers.
Oh, big shot!
Swinging them in, pushing Chisora, and you've got to dig deep. And this is what Chisora's going to bring out of Whyte.
And
How much heart has he got?
And what a chin Chisora has shown.
One of the best.
Balls and wilds from Anthony Joshua as these big shots, because you can hear and feel these thunderous hands from both fighters. Yeah, they're both...
Another brutal fight. Big up by Whyte. And another one.
These boys can definitely take a punch.
He wasn't too far away with that one, but Chisora, he just got momentum going forward. And I like the of Whyte, just sending him in. And he can slow down Whyte with them heavy body shots, which I'm sure he can.
Carl, Adam, can you see why I was so interested of why Dillian Whyte didn't take his opportunity in the first round? Because now it's turned into a back.
Chisora gets very effective here from Chisora.
Thunderous action, what we wanted.
Well, we asked for round 13, and that's what we've got. This really has picked up where it left off. Still.
You have to remember, this is only the
Throwing so much leather early, really driving these punches. There's the uppercut again from Whyte as they go toe to toe. Trench warfare in the O2. Is what's happening in the ring in front of us. Here's the right hand from...
They're the shots that we can see. And
But will make it an easier fight for Chisora. All we can see Dillian Whyte down. And his tactician and technical boxing, but sometimes you just get drawn into a scrap.
Swinging it, isn't it? With so much
spirit, so much.
In the 11th round, Chisora was pressuring forward when Whyte slipped in a devastating left hook that ended the fight instantly.
As the two go toe to toe. Who on the stretch? Who wants it that bit more?
Getting him straight back with Dillian, as we noticed from early on. He's not taking a backward step.
that was a sneaky right hook that got through there and just stumbled while as he backed up and deducted. So that'll give him a bit of energy.
Yeah.
That punch didn't just finish the match. It cemented Whyte's reputation as one of the most dangerous finishers in the division.
Chisora out after a thunderous battle. Chisora got a shot in, and it was a huge counter from Whyte, who ends the rematch in dramatic style. And our attention goes to Chisora, who's being tended to.
It says here, this one is
This fight was one of Whyte's early statements as a heavyweight contender.
A few months ago in Germany, Jim, in Irineu, Costa, we saw him take David Price.
From the opening bell, he dominated the pace, landing crisp jabs and heavy right hands.
He should be able to find a few punches.
It all just depends what kind of shape he's in, but he's experienced. He's defensively pretty good. He knows his way around. But you don't look upon him as a...
Jonathan Banks to his team. Banks now is lead trainer, and that's the guy that's been training the Klitschkos.
By the first round, Whyte's power was too much.
Also brought in nutritionist Kerry Kays as well, part of his team. Chris Ocko is the long-time trainer, who is still going to be involved. Whyte's articulate, very engaging, bright, got a lot of skills outside of the ring. And plenty of clump inside the ring as well. It was that first right hand that did the damage. And Costa blinks and looks at his corner as if to say, what on earth just hit me?
So that left hook caught him high, and that's just kind of scrambled his brains, I think. He looked over to the corner, nodded, he knows what he's about.
A brutal right hook sent Costa Jr. reeling.
Yeah, the right hand was so clean, and then that follow-up left hand. And he's got him again, this time with the left hook, and I don't think he's getting up from that. Very, very brave and game this.
And the referee had no choice but to step in.
Go on, no it can't. Inside around. Dillian Whyte shrugs as if to say, what more do you want from me? That was impressive, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah, it really was impressive, and it was the patience that he showed while he was going about his work. He just used the jab in the early parts of the round, just keeping Costa occupied, keeping him busy. Then he stepped in with the big shots, and the first couple of powerful shots had him on the floor. Then again, he was in no rush, just taking his time. He knew he had the power to get him out of there.